What is going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and welcome to night one of Wrestlemania 38, my reaction and my review video here for day one, the Saturday, Wrestlemania 38. What a great way to start! This was so good. Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of WrestleMania being a two-night event. I always think it should always be a one-night event. But, dude, they're delivering. They are definitely delivering. This night one was absolutely insane, off the freaking charts. We're going to be going over the show play by play, so let's jump in. Starting over here with the opening match of the night. I was not a fan of this. It was the Usos going up against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. The match, honestly, in my opinion, never really got going. It never really reached its full potential, in my opinion. And then, like, mid through the match, Rick Boogs, he gets both Usos up on his shoulder, like showing off his feats of strength. I'm like, oh, here comes Rick Boogs again, showing off the feats of strength. And then I think it might have been his right knee gives out, drops down, he drops both Usos. I'm like, oh, that did not look good. That did not look good. So he dropped both Usos down, rolled out of the ring, and then it was only Shinsuke, so it was basically 2-on-1. And then the Usos were able to retain their SmackDown Tag Team titles, which I think the original plan might have been for Nakamura and Boogs to win, but they might have just made a last-minute decision to keep it on the Usos since Boogs is injured. But it might not have been. I mean, maybe the Usos were just supposed to retain anyways. But yeah, anyways, match was okay. I was kind of disappointed to see Rick Boogs get injured. It's never good seeing wrestlers get injured. It always sucks. No matter who they are. Heel, face, I don't care. But yeah, Usos, SmackDown tag titles, great defense. They were able to retain again. Moving over here, it was an underrated match in my opinion. It was Happy Corbin going up against Drew McIntyre. I really enjoyed this match. I thought this was a really decent one-on-one match. And the thing that I've known for a while now is Baron Corbin. His finishing move is the End of Days, which I'm a really big fan of. I love his End of Days finisher. Not too many people know this, but nobody's ever kicked out of the End of Days before until tonight. Corbin hits the End of Days on Drew McIntyre, pins him 1, 2, Drew kicks out at 2. Corbin, he's put so many people away with that End of Days. Nobody's ever kicked out of it, and then Drew kicks out of it, randomly hits a Claymore, and then takes out Happy Corbin. Breaks the undefeated streak for Happy Corbin. And then Drew was able to get redemption, hold up the sword, fend off Madcap Moss a little bit, which was kind of cool. But yeah, anyways, Drew wins, takes out Corbin. I wish they could have made it an actual storyline, like Corbin actually talking about, like, oh yeah, like nobody's ever kicked out of that, because he hasn't really mentioned it. He mentioned it on a podcast with Corey Graves. But yeah, the match wasn't bad. Moving over here was the Mysterios going up against The Miz and Logan Paul. I wasn't excited for this match, but dude, it delivered. Logan Paul looked like he was literally a straight-up professional wrestler up in that ring. He was doing great. He was doing three amigos like nothing, top rope moves. Literally, man was going crazy. He looked awesome, too. I love the matching attire between The Miz and Logan Paul. That was awesome. The Mysterio's gear was so sick. Rey Mysterio had like the Mexico flag colors, and then Dominic had the American flag colors. It was so dope. Oh my gosh, Mattel, please. Mattel, please give us figures of them. But yeah, anyways, as far as the match goes, amazing tag team match. I love the chemistry between The Miz, Logan Paul, and the Mysterios. It was a great match. Up until the end, we had Miz and Logan Paul pick up the victory. I was very shocked to see this. And then after the match, Miz and Logan Paul are celebrating. Miz, skull-crushing finale to Logan Paul, this scumbag. He needed to make it all about him. The Miz sneak attacks Logan Paul. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, Miz, you're freaking psychopath. But yeah, he got Logan Paul pretty good with a skull-crushing finale, and then it kind of ended. But yeah, I really liked everything about that, honestly. Wasn't bad at all. Moving over here, it was the Raw Women's Championship match. It was Bianca Belair going up against Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. This was my favorite women's match of the night. There was 2, Ronda Rousey and Charlotte, also for the SmackDown Women's Championship. But yeah, this one was way better. I really enjoyed this match. Going into this match, I wasn't really excited for it, but the match delivered. It was great. I really enjoyed it for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch had some amazing spots. Bianca Belair had some amazing spots. I thought it was awesome. In the end, Bianca Belair was able to hit the KOD to Becky Lynch and then win the Raw Women's Championship. Very similar to last year at WrestleMania. She won the SmackDown Women's Championship, I think, when she went up against Sasha Banks, which was a pretty cool moment. And this one is definitely more meaningful in my opinion, though. Like, her beating Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship, like, dude, that is freaking epic. But yeah, Bianca was able to pick up the victory. I really enjoyed the match. As far as the build-up goes, it was mid, but the match was pretty decent. Moving over here, I wasn't the biggest fan of this match, honestly. It was Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey, and I don't know. I wasn't a fan of this match really whatsoever. Ronda had some decent moves, but as far as like the actual match goes, dude, it just wasn't good. They didn't really display Ronda too well, in my opinion. Charlotte Flair was doing okay, but in the end, like, there was an altercation with the referee. Referee got taken out, and then Charlotte taps out, so the referee doesn't see it. Referee gets back up, and then Charlotte was able to pin Ronda Rousey, I believe. And I was like, no, really? You got to end it some stupid way like that? So more than likely at WrestleMania Backlash, we are going to see Charlotte with the SmackDown Women's Championship again versus Ronda Rousey, and then we're going to see Ronda Rousey win the title there. But yeah, it was just such a stupid ending, and I just thought the ending was so pointless in my opinion. Moving over freaking here, it was Seth Rollins' open challenge. Vince McMahon chooses his opponent, and who is it? It's not Shane McMahon. It's not The Undertaker. It is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, formerly in AEW, and he's here in WWE, debuting at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins comes out. He's like, "Why are you keeping me waiting?" The anticipation was growing. The fireworks start going off after moments of anticipation. Fireworks, lights go out, and I'm like, oh my God, Bray Wyatt maybe? And nope, wrestling has more than one royal family. It's Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes makes his appearance with the Kingdom theme song that he used in AEW. He looked awesome. Bleached hair, full-legged tights. Oh my God. I was flipping out. Comes down, faces Seth Rollins one-on-one. This was an instant classic. I loved the match. This match gave me, like, obviously, everything's scripted, right? This just gave me such real vibes. Like, this was, like, straight up real. It just felt real, in my opinion, them going up against each other. I don't know if that's the only vibe. I don't know if I'm the only one that got that vibe, but this match just felt so real, so awesome. I loved it. Cody Rhodes was able to hit like 3 crossroads in the end, and then he was able to pin Seth Rollins. So wicked. Seth also got some insane moves in. Loved it. Oh my God, it's so cool to see Cody Rhodes in WWE. And he's in WWE to stay, dude. He's got merchandise. He's in WWE to freaking stay. What happened in AEW that turned him off? I don't know. If people do know information, drop it down in the comments down below. But wow. Crazy. So interested to see what he's going to do in WWE. WWE hasn't signed a big signee like this in a while either. Like, they haven't signed a big name in a while. It's been a freaking long time since they signed a big name. You know, not like these random guys. Like a big name like Cody Rhodes. Like, that's crazy for WWE and Vince himself. Moving over here, it was the episode of the Kevin Owens show. Dude, I don't know why they advertised this as a Kevin Owens show episode. Why not just announce it as, okay, Stone Cold's going to be going up against Kevin Owens in a one-on-one match? I think that would have got way more people interested in this, because I was going into it like, oh yeah, it's a Kevin Owens show episode. It's being advertised as a promo. It's not a match. And everybody's telling me, dude, it's going to be a match. I'm like, well, they're advertising it as a Kevin Owens show. It turns into a match after an exchange of words on the Kevin Owens show. Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens, no holds barred. They get up in the crowd. They're brawling in the crowd. They brawl on the entrance stage. It is getting crazy. Stone Cold Steve Austin is drinking beers throughout the entire match. Kevin Owens barely got any hits in, but he did get a couple. He got a suplex on the concrete floor on the outside, which was a pretty good bump by Stone Cold. But yeah, in the end, as you would know, Stone Cold Steve Austin was able to hit the Stone Cold Stunner on Kevin Owens and pick up the victory. It's not good for Kevin, obviously. It's not going to make Kevin look too good, because he's a guy that's going to be staying on the main roster. Stone Cold, obviously, this is a one-time deal here, so it's not really cool for Kevin Owens to lose here. But obviously, you got to have Stone Cold win. They're in Dallas, Texas. He's got to throw down some Steve Weisers. Dude, he had so many beers, literally insane. Gave another Stone Cold Stunner to Kevin Owens after the match. And then Byron Saxton ran in, recreating that moment from, I think it was Raw, 25 years of Monday Night Raw. I think that's what the episode was, where he stunnered Byron Saxton. He did it again after he toasted to Byron, which I thought was hilarious. He toasted referee Rod Zapata, who was on the outside of the ring. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, just a cool moment seeing Stone Cold out there. Definitely his last match. He was moving a little slow, which, I mean, obviously, dude, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, but wow, amazing. I really enjoyed night one of WrestleMania. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments down below. I am going to be rating WrestleMania as separate days. So here for night one, I'm going to give the show a solid 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Yes, 4 out of 5. You heard me right. The only reason being is the SmackDown Women's Championship match and the Usos match. As far as every other match goes, I really enjoyed it. Even Baron Corbin versus Drew. I really enjoyed it. Great night of Saturday, WrestleMania 38, night one. Let me know what you guys thought about the show down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live out.